Welcome to the most racist podcast in America.
No, that's the news.
Anthony Camilla.
I love when people say Anthony. It's like we did a thing with T and H. It's like some old fashioned guy. That motherfucker doesn't know about pho.
Pho?
This guy is crazy. Some old timer out there like my nephew Anthony.
Anthony.
It's like to Hanks, Bal.
Oh, here, let me take my jacket off and relax.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you gonna reveal a funny shirt?
It's hard to stand up at my age. No, I'm not wearing a funny shirt.
Okay.
I'm
I'm really struggling to see what's funny about it.
Nothing at all. I was trying.
I had a Denver Nuggets throwback jersey. Eric's a hype beast. He's rocking old school Nuggets.
I should enter my hype beast phase.
Dude, I was thinking about that because people will be like,
you are a hype beast. You're wearing the fucking cow print vest.
That is true. I am very fashionable lately. But that is the thing. I'm getting new outfits, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll, you know what I mean?
Dan always says he gets new outfits. All I ever see him dressed in is a robe with no other clothing.
I got sweatpants and underwear. Question mark.
And underwear.
Let me feel. Yes.
Oh.
No, man, you gotta have underwear on.
I almost got Final Destination on the way here, by the way.
The movie from Blockbuster.
I stopped. I thought we might have a movie night.
Yeah, Devin Sawa's best.
No, a car was hauling a bunch of pallets in front of me on the trailer.
I love that there was a time because Devin Sawa and Jessica Alba's careers paths crossed. And there was a time when they were like, yeah, you two are a believable couple in a movie.
Yeah.
Because he's a big star.
And you're
an attractive... And then like a minute later, they were like, who is Devin Sawa?
Who? How did that... What? Why did we have that
Why
idea?
did she hang out with this extra for an hour and a half? Yeah, I'm going to make a Watch Mojo. I'm going to make my own amateur Watch Mojo list later. 10 biggest gaps in fame.
I'm so excited that you got to show your wife your wife the Big Daddy Ice clip.
Oh, Big Daddy Ice clip.
The Doc Ice.
Corey Haim.
Doc Ice. You didn't tell me Dr. Ice was gonna be.
Oh
here.
yeah, I'm a big fan of putting on Watch Mojo lists.
It's great.
And then pausing them every 5 seconds and going, "Let me show you this other YouTube video."
Wait, hold on. That reminded me.
And then having my girlfriend progressively go, "So when are you going on tour again?
Are you gonna leave town? What's your schedule like?
Maybe you could go do an out of town open mic tonight."
Hey, I heard she's checking her phone for open mics in Lexington.
She's on badslava.com.
She's like, whoa, there's an open mic at the Green Lantern tonight. You got some...
Do you know Tony Manuel? He's dead now.
It seems like this stuff you've been saying to me is so funny that I think it needs to get said right now. Why don't you call Eric, see if you can do the podcast tonight?
This
That'll kill
incorrect
2
anecdote
hours.
about Les Claypool was fascinating, but I think
that's too good.
This misremembered Cameron Crowe story that you told for some reason.
Great if you ever started annoying her and she was just like, you know what? Save it for the pod.
That would be great. She has said that before.
That's
Not like that,
good.
but has been like, you should talk about this on the podcast.
Oh, she said it supportively?
No,
that's
like
fucking funny.
No, in more like a negative way. More so like, why are you
telling me
Why
this?
are you ranting to me about what if Spider-Man was colorblind? And he was like, I thought I was wearing black and white. I thought this was camo.
You make almost $120 a month to be talking about things like this. I was at a strip club that is around the corner. I probably went from here to there. So I was there.
That's where you've been the past 2 weeks.
I was there like 7 in the afternoon.
I've gone to 12 states.
Also,
Eric's been in a lobby.
That tells you the fact that I said 7 in the afternoon. That tells you a lot about how my sleep schedule's been.
7's afternoon, especially with this on this half of daylight savings time.
And I saw a door open that I'd never seen open before, and a very old man walked out with a cane.
Whoa!
And I walked up to him and I was like, "Are you the manager or the owner?
Are you the Oracle?
Are you the? Can you tell me if I'm the one? Am I the one? Am I the one that the strippers really do fall in love with?"
And he said, "Pal, if you're in here at this hour, you better be having at least the 5s."
Not quite sure what that means.
Because like a 1 is a dollar bill.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, yeah, the strippers call him the 1. That's why they don't dance with over for him. Neo comes in, he gives a lady $1, and then he's like, "I'm the 1."
Well,
I don't. That's all. I come in with the budget.
I'm the one.
Here you are.
Just hold it out on the palm of your hand while they're dancing. A $1
Here's
bill.
20 nickels. I didn't roll them. I thought maybe you'd want to share them.
I didn't want to throw a roll of nickels at you. That seems like assault.
Yeah. That would be cool. It's like you got like it's John Wick 22. He's coming in. He's going into like a strip club for some reason, and he has their metal detecting him, and they're like, "Whoa, pal, why do you have these 2 rolls of quarters? What is cheapskate?" And he goes, "Those aren't for the ladies. They're for you." And then he punches.
He holds it in his hand.
He puts it. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Punches both the bartenders 2 rolls of quarters.
Yeah.
Then he goes in, gets a lap dance.
Well, what do I do now?
And then it's just kind of like, well, what?
I can't get a drink anymore.
Then in a deleted scene, we do see him trying to give the ladies. He's like, "It's $10. You take this to the bank.
Listen,
It's $10.
it's $10.
You don't need to unroll it."
Listen, I know you don't have anywhere to put it right now.
They do it by weight.
I know you don't have anywhere to put it right now, but you can just put it on that shelf in the corner.
So it's a lady dancing, and she trips on a roll of quarters. breaks her ankle.
She steps on it and is like, "Whoa!" Falls over backwards.
It's $1 million baby type thing. She hits a little stool. Do they have stools? They can put a little like bottle of water and a notebook on.
Do a quick set.
They look over at their notebook and it just says like "shake ass."
No, that same night.
Try to make men horny.
That same night, there was
written on
like
a little piece of paper on a stool next to a water.
that same night there was like not like a lot of girls there, so like they were like trying to get somebody on stage.
How often does that happen? And the people are just looking around. They're like, "This is a sausage fest, fellas."
Whole lot of boys here.
It's just 12 of us circling one lady. She can only make faux eye contact with so many of us.
So many people. She can't pretend to be in love with all of us at once.
We got to do this in shifts. Can someone get a deck of cards in the back room?
Yeah, can you listen? We're gonna go play a couple games of blackjack.
Me and this guy are gonna play speed in the corner.
Let's go play Catan. Hopefully, in 3.5 hours, there's more girls here.
Switch out. Yeah, did they ever walk? Have you ever been to the club and they're like, "Oh yeah," and then you and a bunch of fellas, you're all chatting, and then you're like, "So where are the ladies?" And then the DJ's just like, "There are none today."
We don't have any.
It sort of turns up the Motley Crue.
We're just gonna play Hot for Teacher all night.
We got wings in the corner.
It's not a free buffet.
It's just a cool bar. Neon lights, a lot of mirrors and chrome. You don't have to have ladies. The ladies kind of distract from how good of a job we've done making this place look cool. If there weren't nude ladies, you'd be like, "Where am I? Miami in the 80s? This is cool."
But yeah, they couldn't get. They were like, "All right, up next, Amber." And then Amber doesn't show up, and they're like, "All right, now,
Whoa.
Crystal." They're all named after stones.
Amethyst.
Up next, turquoise.
Pearl.
And Pearl didn't show up either.
No.
And I was like, empty stage. This is my moment.
Did you?
No,
you go
I didn't.
for it?
I didn't.
Hop up there?
Go up there. So I got this long hair.
That'd be great.
But I'm not a stripper. I'm doing jokes now. Stop.
Yeah.
Throw the money, but listen, I'm not going to look at you.
All right. I did it.
You ever done a show at a strip club?
No, I actually this past weekend got booked to do one in the future, though.
Nice.
It's in the afternoon, which in a way I'm like, that makes sense.
It kind of does.
Because they need the strippers in the
It's like
night.
it's like sort of a version of like your thing where they should open a comedy club that's a daycare place during the day. Yeah. It's like, all right, so we'll do early comedy
we'll have
shows.
An open mic and maybe like a poetry night. Maybe have like a local garage band play.
Yeah.
This will be 4 p.m. every day.
Yeah, 4 p.m. And then by 8 p.m. they're out. And then the tits come out.
Yeah. Keep them around. That would be great if it's like you when you were underage and like doing stand up in bars and they would have to like have you wait outside.
Yeah.
And then bring you in just for your set and then take you out again.
Yeah.
It's like you're that at a strip club. And you're doing stand-up, and they're like, you got to wait out back. It's like just by all the strippers doing drugs in the alleyway.
While the strippers do blow in the alleyway. Yeah.
We're going to have you hang out back here.
Well, the strippers talk with customers.
Oh.
I'm just standing there. I go on stage. I'm like, what's with strippers going to cars all the time?
What is? I'm sitting here. I don't even know what's going on. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah. What? Oh.
What's with all these strippers going to cars? And it seems like they all got 4 or 5 cars.
Because they'd go to different cars.
They're always just walking into cars.
And that's nice of them. They let the customer drive away in their car.
This is crazy. These strippers, they're loaning out their 5 cars. You guys must be making a lot of money.
You know, usually...
And what's with the sock store?
Usually, what is the sock store? What the fuck does that mean?
No, I was doing the Sinbad thing.
Oh, okay. I thought they sell socks at a strip club.
Because you come in yours.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
You come in your sock in the
They're
VIP
way more
room.
open with it than I thought.
You come in your sock in the VIP room and you're like, I need a Lucy sock,
You just
please.
open a strip club. You're like, also, we do laundry. We do pants laundry.
That would be great if you came in your pants in a strip club and then they had to give you like a
pair of like gym shorts.
yeah, like gym shorts, like in school when you shit your pants. They have to give you like a pair of like just gym. So you're walking around and it's like, oh, Page Middle School. That guy must have came all over himself.
Do you think there was ever like... No, I never. This isn't a thing
No,
that would
never
have happened. It's just funny to imagine you're like a kid. And you're like principal's walking around in a suit, but then he has gym shorts on. And then everyone just starts the rumor that the principal shit his pants.
The principal shit his pants.
No, I spilled coffee on them.
It was coffee, okay? Yeah, whatever.
Wouldn't coffee stain on a suit look more normal than you in the gym?
You wearing gray gym shorts?
We can see your balls.
They're hanging out on both sides. You got some real long balls there,
Ouch.
man. It doesn't look comfortable either.
No.
No, it would be funny if like you went into like the nurse's office and you're like, sorry, I had a little bit of an accident in math class. And they're like, oh, it's fine. Like, well, just tell me what happened. I came. I jizz.
That would be great. That would be funny.
You've seen Miss Hemphill, right? And she's like, I get it.
Oh, so there's a whole thing going on.
Shout out to Miss Hemphill, my kindergarten teacher.
Whoa.
She was not attractive at
I
all.
was about to say, and he's probably so old.
I don't think
now.
anyone with the name of Hemphill
Hemphill could be a cool name.
has ever been attractive.
That sounds like a lady Afro man would like date in a TV show.
It's Afro Boy. It's like everybody hates Chris, but it's Afro Boy.
Everybody gives Afro Man the smoke. The longest title.
No, it's like everybody hates Chris, but it's Afro Boy. So it's about Afro Man's childhood.
Yeah.
In Mississippi,
Alabama, Mississippi, and California.
Mississippi and that's classic.
Spend time in both. That is classic.
That classic transition.
That is. I know you're saying that as a joke, but that is a classic transition.
It's like the Chicago to Louisville transition.
Well, because you're in Mississippi.
It doesn't make sense until you just look at a map and you're like, all right, I guess maybe it makes sense.
Well, you're in Mississippi and it's like everything's so shitty.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're reading about stuff and you're like, well, California's great. And then people are like, well, I think Chicago's pretty cool too. And you're like, I don't want to risk it. This place I'm in sucks so goddamn much. I have to go to the best place.
I have to go to the best place.
This place I'm in is fucking awful.
I am not going to risk it with some third-rate
I'm not
city
gonna
like
risk
Chicago.
going to St. Louis.
St. Louis sounds cold.
For all I know, that's as shitty as Tunica, where I live. This fictional character lives in Tunica. No, I live in Lula.
Nulu?
Huh? Nulu. It's new.
And it's Lou.
We made a new part of town.
We raised it up.
What are you, a fucking continental shelf? The city council met with the tectonic plates.
And they made new Lou.
They made a new part of Louisville. It's new Lou.
You wouldn't believe the damage it did to Clifton. Now it's just tin.
Some kid is just like, I'm running for mayor, and we're going to sink St. Matthews back to the Earth's molten core. Woo! Hey, I work out there. What a world, man. I still think we should take out a 65. Get a big walking bridge.
Big walking bridge around the entire city.
Yeah, where like local artists could do it.
They could do it.
Food vendors.
They could build it for free.
Graffiti.
For exposure.
That'd be great if I know, like, that's one of the ways, like, Russia's like trying to destroy America's infrastructure. It's like, yeah, we're just getting 20-year-olds to like be really into converting highways into like dumb fucking pedestrian thoroughfares.
We're gonna totally mess up.
It takes so goddamn long to get through every city now.
No one's gonna be able to get around.
Everybody's just having fucking food out of a truck.
And then when we start dropping the bombs, how are they gonna get out of town? What, are they gonna walk away? They're full.
They're full. Yeah.
They can't be running.
You can't drive those food trucks. The oil will slosh.
You just had a gourmet grilled cheese.
That's true. You know, I'm just now thinking about it. In The Simpsons once, there's a thing where Homer got too into...
The monorail.
No, he didn't like that. Homer got too into putting stuff into his cigarette lighter. So that was like the gag, was he had like a bunch of electronics. And in one, he's watching TV about...
Are you watching one from like 2 years ago?
No, it's like an old one. He's people have been putting stuff into cigarette lighters since the 90s. But he's putting a bunch of stuff in, and then he's watching TV, and the guy's teaching him how to make hush puppies, and then it zooms out, and he has a hush puppy thing, like a bunch of oil on his like passenger seat.
That's funny.
It is funny. But now as an adult, I'm realizing that doesn't make sense, because the oil would slosh while driving.
It just makes me want hush puppies.
It does make me want hush puppies.
Let's take a quick break. Head over to the Oak Street Fish House.
And we're back. And that was disappointing.
Hey man, Oak Street Fish House.
Oh no, I forgot you said a specific place. That place is nice.
That place is good.
That's where I went when I found out Corona was here to stay.
To look for a job?
No, I went there and I was eating with my friend, and he and his wife were like wearing masks. I was like, why the fuck are y'all wearing masks?
You go with Andy?
Yeah, and they were like, dude, the world's like shutting down. And then I was like, well, in that case, I'll have 2 pieces of catfish. Eric has a whole Google map of America up, looking for a fish restaurant.
I figured it out.
It was in Louisville, wasn't it?
It was in Louisville.
It was.
And it was on Hill Street, not Oak Street. Hill Street Fish
Oh,
Fry.
that's the place you were talking about.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were talking about the place on like Barrett.
No, yeah, not that
and
place.
Oak.
I've never been there before.
That's a good place.
I don't support that place.
Why?
I've just never had the time.
No, that place is whack. I used to go there when I first moved to town, and I was like, I'm an adult. I'm eating fish.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was like 22, and I would ride. I lived over there, and I was like, I think today I will have fish. And then eventually I was like, this place fucking sucks.
No, man, they're good. That fried okra's awesome. They're fucking chicken.
Oh, is their fried okra way better than all the other fried okra you regularly eat?
I've eaten a lot of fried okra in my life.
No, I know, but like, how often are you eating multiple different fried okras within like a day of each other?
Well, not within a day of each other, but
That's what I'm saying is there's no comparison.
Well, I can still I have memory.
No. Nah.
I don't have dementia. I can say, hey, it's better than the one I made in the air fryer from Walmart.
You made one in Walmart?
That one sucked. Yeah, I plugged in an air fryer at Walmart.
That's the ultimate scam.
Grabbed some fried okra, frozen, threw it in there.
You just had a Kroger. How does this clam chowder taste? You can have it.
Just opening up a can of Progresso with a spoon and a lighter underneath. Eating up every scoop.
That is wild that clams are out there like swimming around in the oceund.
Yeah,
or whatever.
They're famous swimmers.
And then we're like, hey man, you like being a fucking liquid? How about some fucking chowder?
Throw you in some fucking chowder. What are you eating? Quinoa?
No, I'm eating some cornbread stuffing. I've been out of town for like 2 weeks, so I came back and it's like my girlfriend just has like eggplant pizza and like you know how that is. You're like, what is this? And
good?
she's like, sure man, do some with your hand.
A lot colder than I expected it to be.
Oh yeah. This came out of a turkey's ass hours ago. Cold cornbread stuffing.
You know, I'm
No, it's pretty good.
pretty good.
It almost makes you think that, like, you know,
What if we didn't stuff it?
not too different than a hush puppy. Cornmeal.
It is kind of the same thing.
Cornmeal.
I'm having a cornmeal.
I'll have a cornmeal.
I'm having a cornmeal.
It's the old West days, and you're at like the trading post.
Yeah.
And I need a cornmeal. And they give you a big bag of cornmeal, and you're like, I gotta eat this whole goddamn thing.
I gotta eat the whole. What is this? A food? What am I on? Man versus food?
Do I get it for free?
Are you gonna put my picture on the wall?
They're gonna put my picture on that mountain over
You
there.
gonna get my Dagora tip or what? You gonna take a lithograph of me and
They put
hang it
the
up
picture on the
wall?
mountain. That's what they did back then.
Okay.
Get it?
No.
Because like Mount Rushmore.
Mount Everest. Oh yeah.
Mount
You're gonna
Rushmore.
just carve my face into the mountain. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Gustav Borglund. Hey, do you
Gustav?
think it's ever like this? He's ever like, this is my story of man's triumph through, oh my God, I hit myself in the testicles. And then they're like, all right, that's a wrap for Werner Hertz-Dong. His name's Werner Hertz-Dong.
You know what? I bet that happens every time he works on a movie.
He's constantly doing the old stepping on a rake, and then it goes in between the nuts.
Oh my God.
Oh.
This is truly the triumph of man. If I can get over this, then man has truly succeeded over agony.
He hurts his dong.
I'm doing more of an Arnold Schwarzenegger than a Werner Herzog.
Well, comedy's hard. There's one thing I've learned from my 2 weeks of getting in food fights in Mississippi. The comedy's both very hard and very easy.
All right, hit me with something. What you got?
Let's cut the Werner Herzog thing and put it here.
No, I meant just a general tale.
Oh, a tale? Oh, man. I did an open mic after a show, and Toby Keith was there.
Was he really?
He was.
Did he have a barbecue stain on his white T-shirt? Was she killing him in that
miniskirt?
Is that even
him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. His wife was with him, and I hope to God she does not wear miniskirts.
Was she killing him though? At least.
Did
she have a knife to his throat?
She looked like, I was gonna make a joke about how it looks like she's killing him inside. They look like they had a happy marriage.
So what? Toby Keith's wife?
He was just there dressed like anyone's dad.
How did you even know he was? I guess somebody told you.
Somebody told me.
Yeah, because you would not be like, oh shit, that's Toby Keith.
No, I would not. I did pull a big dog move, and I said first before someone told me Toby Keith was there, I said I can just go up whenever. Because I was like doing an open mic like after the show I was doing. And then when I realized Toby Keith was there, I did go up to the showrunner. I said, hey man, can I go up like soon in case Toby Keith leaves?
Where were you where Toby Keith was also
Norman, Oklahoma.
Where the fuck does Toby Keith live?
Norman, Oklahoma.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. I love it too because I know so little about Toby Keith, and then people are like, "Oh, he's the racist one," and then I'm like, "I just know him as the guy who thinks my dick pic joke is funny."
Toby Keith? Oh, he did. He thought your joke was funny.
He loved me, man. He was cutting it up big time, and
really?
I was giving him. I was only doing bits.
He lives in Clinton, Oklahoma.
Boom.
Wow.
I bet he got so angry when he would have to write Clinton on his like fucking shit during like Hillary's run. Honey, we're moving. No, Toby Keith was a cool guy.
In the early 1990s, Keith went to Nashville where he hung out and busked on Music Row and at a place called Hound Dogs. So I guess, did he hang out or did he busk in front of Hound Dogs?
He did a little bit of both.
He distributed a copy of his
Toby Keith got to start catcalling women outside of
Hound Dogs.
Oh my God, look at his first album cover.
Hell yeah, dude.
It looks like he's nervous.
Listen to this. He distributed copies of his demo tape the band had made to the many record companies in the city. There was no interest by any of the record labels. And Keith returned home feeling depressed.
Hell yeah.
He had promised himself and God a recording contract by the time he was 30 years old.
Oh, man.
Give up on music as a career.
God let him down.
A flight attendant and fan of his gave a copy of Keith's demo to Harold Shedd,
a made-up name.
A Mercury Records executive while he was traveling on a flight she was working. Shedd enjoyed what he heard, went to see...
How hot must that have airline lady?
Dude, that is like... Dude, Toby Keith is famous because Harold Shedd wanted to get laid.
Yeah, like literally. How hot must that fucking airline lady been?
She
to have been like, here's a CD from a guy I know from Hound Dogs.
He was screaming at me when I walked by. I was biking by with my friends on a bachelorette party, and I said, let's turn around, gals. That homeless man is hollering.
You're gonna love it.
Let's go talk to him.
He
gave me a CDR. He misspelled his own last name.
He's from Moore, Oklahoma. Where is that? Oh, it's outside Norman.
Oh, actually, I think he might have moved to Clinton. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, honey. Unbutton one more button, and maybe I'll give this a listen when I get home.
How often is the opposite happening? It's some lady who's like, I'm going to hook up with this rich guy. And then she's like, oh, I'll just put on my friend's band CD before we have sex. And then all of a sudden this guy's like, give me in touch with your friend's band. And she's like, I'm just trying to get laid.
I'm just trying to fuck. I'm not his agent.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
I ain't getting 20% off this shit.
Toby, by the way, I was fucking some old guy on a plane. And we needed some music to cover up so no one could hear us in the bathroom. And I had been using your CD as a coaster. And I happened to carry it with me because I didn't know if the house I was staying at would have coasters.
And I'm polite.
I'm polite.
The flight attendant never goes out, you know? Like, you've always got to be polite.
You got to be prepared. Having a flight attendant rolls up to a bar. You quit your job as a flight attendant, and then you're like, we're having a party. And then you pull up, you got a big cart. You just burst through the door with a big cart. I stole this shit from work.
Who wants a cold fish?
Who wants Michelada? Who wants spicy tomato juice?
Who wants an airplane shot of a vodka that is only available on planes? Oh, wait, hold on here. So he was working in the oil fields, but in 1982, the oil industry in Oklahoma began a rapid decline.
Yeah.
And, I mean, yeah, that happens. And Keith soon found himself unemployed. He fell back on his football training. Imagine, so this guy is working in an oil field, and he's like, well, I lost my job. I guess I'll become a football professional. That doesn't work out, and he's like, I'm going to Nashville, baby.
We're also like, how little must you have going on in your life skill-wise?
That is your only fallback.
Somebody's like, all right, what skills do you have? And you're like, well, I played high school football. Like, all right.
Okay. Well, he played defensive end with the semi-pro Oklahoma City Drillers, which must have been tough for him. Because he's like, this reminds me of my lost fortune.
He's like, guys, if our name has any sense of realism to it, we're fucked.
Okay, while continuing to perform with his band, and this sentence really confuses me, the Drillers were an unofficial farm club of the UFL. Of the UFL's Oklahoma Outlaws. Keith tried...
Who themselves are outlaws. You're the unofficial farm team of the Outlaws.
Keith tried out for the Outlaws, but did not make the team.
He was...
He then returned to focus once again on music. His family and friends were doubtful he would succeed. This Wikipedia page is so mean.
Awesome. I wish I could. Let's go back to this open mic in Norman and just read this on stage to Toby Keith and a bunch of college kids.
Oh, but in 1984, Easy Money, various other band members included Mike Barnes, T.A. Brower, and David Saylors, who are none of them are clickable. So I guess Toby Keith is the one who made it out.
Out of Easy Money.
They're still playing for the fucking Drillers.
That is great.
They're 60-year-old linebackers.
I'm shocked that Easy Money didn't pan out. This is our band called Everybody's Gonna Get Some. We're all virgins.
Oh, wait, hold on. So apparently he was signed to DreamWorks, and it says, when DreamWorks closed in 2005, Keith founded the label Show Dog Nashville. I don't think DreamWorks closed.
DreamWorks closed.
I think they just lied to Toby.
No, they did close. That was the thing. I like they have a list of number one singles, and I know literally 2 of these songs.
Is Barbecue Stain on there?
I don't know what that song is.
I got a barbecue stain on my white t-shirt. She's killing me in that mini skirt. I wish I was still a homeless busker. Wish I had just
I love
fucked
this
her.
bar. No.
Hound Dogs is my favorite place.
No.
I wish I could have just gotten that bar back position and gotten a nice apartment and maybe worked my way up to general manager.
No, man, all those like local comics were like, yeah, Toby Keith, because he just hangs out at this bar a lot. So,
Hound Dogs?
No, at the bar at Othello's in Norman. Go see Othello.
Yeah,
go to
if you
live in Norman,
Othello's.
Oklahoma on a Tuesday, go to Othello's and see Toby Keith. Fucking watch comics bomb. But everyone's like, oh, Toby Keith's nice. And he's like, he was a really good audience member.
An Italian restaurant?
Yeah, it was very funny because...
This is an Italian restaurant. You said it was a bar.
No, they got a bar.
I mean, this food looks really good.
That's why Toby Keith was there. You think Toby Keith's eating some shitty Italian food?
Toby Keith is
He's
just
a billionaire.
He's hanging out at the bar of an Italian restaurant.
Yeah, watching comics. It's him and a bunch of college
Was he
kids.
aware that it was comedy night?
Yeah, because he's been there for several nights.
He comes in all the time.
This did seem like it maybe be the last one he would go to, because people were asking for photos after, and he didn't seem to much care for that.
Oh, man.
But I do think...
Come on, guys. Don't fuck it up, man. Don't fuck up Toby Keith's fucking nightlife
There's one
spot.
specific edgelordy guy who was like, I'm going to go talk to Toby Keith. And I could tell you it's a dumb plan. And then I just heard him... I couldn't hear anything.
I think
other
I know
than
his
the name.
plan because I've now reached the point on his Wikipedia page where I found out that he performed at the pre-inaugural Make America Great welcome celebration held at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C.
Oh, yeah. Toby Keith's like a Trump-supporting racist, which makes it wild that he loved my comedy. Because it's like, how'd he find it? No, but that guy, I just hear that guy talking to him, then I just hear them say the word name, Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh.
And then moments later, Toby Keith was like, all right, everybody, good night.
I don't like this.
No, but I do think it's funny because Toby Keith was a legitimately good audience member, which is funny because it's like we as the world just saw Will Smith be a bad audience member.
Yeah.
And everybody loves Will Smith. Everybody hates Toby Keith.
Everybody hates Toby Keith.
Me, as a comic, I'd take Toby Keith.
I'd rather Toby Keith be in the front row than Will Smith.
He was in the front row. Toby Keith was in the front of the bar. No, man, Toby Keith was cool. But I do think, all these comics, like, he keeps coming out and he's very friendly. But I don't think Toby Keith likes comedy. I think he's working on his next big song.
Yeah.
Called, like, Oklahoma Open Mic Night. It's just him being like...
None of them are funny, and I'm real sad.
I got a bunch of dicks on an open mic list.
This
Talking
fucking
about
guy's
a bunch
asking
of
me
shit.
about Rittenhouse, and I'm just trying to get out of the house.
Here comes a rape joke.
Trying to get out of the house, and I guess I got a barbecue stain on my white t-shirt.
All of these comics have stains on their t-shirts.
All these comics remind me of my favorite song, Barbecue Stain on my white t-shirt. What's that stain on his t-shirt? Looks like cum or maybe blood. Could be both. Who would know?
Yeah, I did the kombucha joke, and I did a joke. The punchline is just me drinking cum. And then Toby Keith gave it a big old laugh.
Got a kombucha stain on my gay pride flag.
Essentially, if you think of it as comedy as me talking to one person, I essentially went, "Hey, Toby Keith, I drink cum," and then he laughed.
Yeah, if you really want to stick it to the fucking...
If you want to boil it down to brass tacks.
If you really want to stick it to the fucking Republicans, then just make Toby Keith laugh by saying, I drink cum.
I drink cum.
And then look at his face while he laughs at that idea.
Yeah, Toby Keith, man, what a guy. No, I met so many celebrities. I met him, and then you're never gonna believe this one. Eric, I bet
it's only 2, by the way.
What?
I'm sure it's only 2.
Celebrities?
Yeah.
No, the list is at least 4.
Wow.
But they drop off quickly after Toby Keith. No, one of them, I met the lady who designed Strawberry Shortcake.
Okay, that's not a celebrity.
I thought for sure she was lying. And then I Googled it, and it's true.
I've got bad news.
What?
Barbecue Stain is by Tim McGraw.
I knew it. I knew that wasn't a Toby Keith song. I fucking knew it. God damn it. This clip will never go viral now.
Fucking hell.
Everyone will be in the comments.
Well, that's what will make it go viral.
Nah, you're right.
Is how much everyone hates me for just saying barbecue stain.
I got a
over and
barbecue stain on Toby Keith's t-shirt because a fucking open micer bumped into me when I was ordering wings.
Oh. Well, it was 5 years later on a southbound plane. I was headed down to New Orleans to try and sell this song to Toby Keith.
What the fuck? Now what he's doing?
He didn't buy it, so I recorded it myself.
No, this is the biggest celebrity I met, Eric.
On March 24th, 2001, Keith's father, H.K. Koval, so I guess Toby Keith.
Oh, his
is
name's Toby
name.
Keith Koval.
On March 24th, 2001, Keith's father, H.K. Koval, was killed in a car accident. That event and the September 11th attacks in 2001 prompted Keith to write the song Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
Yeah.
A song about his father's patriotism and faith in the United States.
Yeah, because they'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way, and that guy's drinking cum, but I don't think he's gay.
It seems like a bit, but I don't know. He seems like a nice guy, so I'll give him a pass.
Oklahoma open mic night. Watching a bunch of fucking doofuses do some jokes.
This guy's wearing a jacket that I saw on a girl on OnlyFans.
Oh, wow, it's a stoner in a zip-up hoodie. I haven't seen this before.
What a unique idea. He's going to his car again. I can't believe how much weed this man is smoking.
Hell yeah, another joke about how the cops are racist.
My best friend is the sheriff of this town. I'm gonna have him come in and beat y'all down.
That's great. It was funny because earlier that night, the venue I was playing at is all these people who are like friends of the Flaming Lips, like those people, because they're from like that town. It was very funny that it was like, wow, Norman, it's all stars.
Toby Keith,
the
Wayne
entourage
Coyne.
of the Flaming Lips. Fucking all the stars are out tonight. Oh, the stars shine bright. No, man, Toby Keith he was cool. I should have chatted with him. Been like, hey, you ever listen to heavy metal?
In April 2008, the commercial spot to promote Al Gore's We campaign, including both Keith and the Dixie Chicks, was proposed. However, the idea was eventually abandoned due to racism. No, scheduling conflicts.
Due to Toby Keith's due to Toby Keith's prima pasta vera taking too long at Othello's, because one of the fucking open micers
Due to his bolognese.
accidentally ashed a joint into the fucking pasta water.
Oh, he's got an honorary degree from Villanova.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going to be a petroleum engineer. I mean, this guy had
That's a big thing.
This guy had it all going for him.
That's a big thing in Oklahoma.
He's been on a lot of tours. I've never seen a Wikipedia page that has tours listed.
No, that's a common thing. But usually you can click on them.
Oh,
It's
man.
weird that you can't.
He went out with Lone Star and Gretchen Wilson.
That's a hot show if you suck.
Oh, my mom loves Gretchen Wilson.
My dad loves Gretchen Wilson too.
I bet he
I'm
does.
here for the party.
I bet your dad likes Gretchen
And
Wilson.
I ain't leaving till they cover my hands in grease.
Do you think your dad would cheat on your mother with Gretchen Wilson if given the opportunity?
I bet my dad doesn't remember who Gretchen Wilson is, but then if I played that Here for the Party song, he would go, I like this song.
I love it.
No, Gretchen Wilson, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Gretchen Wilson kind of looks like the girl from Evanescence.
She kind of does, doesn't she? You're right.
Are we certain
They're
these aren't?
kind of just alternate universe versions of
Yeah.
each other. If we were living in a true multiverse, they would actually be the same person.
Yeah, are we positive? Gretchen Wilson, and I want to say Amy Lee.
Let's get a watch mojo.
Let's get a watch mojo going.
Are Gretchen Wilson and Amy Lee the same person? I think her name is Amy Lee. I think you guessed right.
It is.
I'm assuming that was a guess. I hope you.
It is. Yeah. I can't. Amy Lee should be Gretchen Wilson's name. My name's Amy Lee, and I'm here for the party.
Gretchen Wilson is much more of an Evanescence name.
And then you can be like, I'm Gretchen.
I'm Gretchen Wilson.
I don't know what the fuck Evan Wilson.
Evan Wilson.
I don't know what the fuck Evanescence songs are.
Are they the ones who go, ooh, wah?
No, yeah. No, I got a joke about Evanescence, but I don't know their music.
They have that one song.
I tell people that I've been listening to.
Take me out inside. There's something. I don't think this is how the song actually goes. I think I'm lying.
Stick your tongue inside.
Break me up inside. I can't wake up. Is that Evanescence or who is that?
Save me.
Break me up inside.
Break me off a piece of that.
I think that's an Evanescence song.
Break me off a piece.
Oh
yeah, her name is, she's a singer, pianist, and keyboardist, Amy Lee. From Evanescence. Oh, this is great. You know what the guitarist who founded the band with his name is? Ben Moody.
Amy Lee is an American saxophonist, composer, and arranger.
All right.
She has played with a variety of musicians and singers and is best known for being a member of Jimmy Buffett's Coral Reefer Band.
Hell yeah.
Lee was born in North Adams, Massachusetts, and studied music at the University of Miami. After graduating, she moved to Atlanta, Georgia.
That's Amy Lee's saxophone.
While living in Atlanta, Lee met Charles Neville of the Neville Brothers and began playing for his group Diversity at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival.
That's what my band's going to be called.
First album performance was in 1990 on Richard Smallwood's. What a terrible name. And what a fantastic Wikipedia picture. Holy
Richard
shit.
Smallwood.
That guy does not look like he has small wood, to be honest. I can't turn it around too
much. No, that guy's hung comfortably.
That guy he's an American gospel artist.
That's the guy that Pink Floyd wrote that song about, Comfortably Hung.
After playing with Diversity for 6 years at the festival, so what, she only plays during the festival? She has to ask off from her real job every year to be like, sorry, Diversity's in town.
Diversity. Hey, Diversity.
I've got to ask off for Diversity. And they're like, all right, we're not going to ask.
Well, no, she has to ask off from the Coral Reefer Band.
She joined, Lee was introduced to Jimmy Buffett by Neville.
Oh, okay.
And in 1991, she joined Buffett's Coral Reefer Band, where she recorded and toured until 2006.
I can't wake up. I drank too many marks. I can't wake up. I drank too many margaritas.
During her career,
I passed out on the beach and I'm getting sunburned.
During her career, Lee has recorded for gospel singer Luther Barnes and rap group Y'all So Stupid.
His name is Luther Barnes.
Luther Barnes and rap group Y'all So Stupid.
Y'all So Stupid.
She has also acted as a performer, arranger, and writer for radio and television commercials.
Well, this is clearly a different lady.
I think this is the same one. 1991, Inside the Outside. 2004, Use Me. Those sound like Evanescence album titles.
Well, listen, here's the options for Amy Lee. You've got Amy Lee saxophonist, the American saxophonist, Amy Grant, whose name apparently is Amy Lee, and Amy Lee of the Canadian clown duo Morrow and Jasp.
Well, tell me a little more about that one.
So I think
I would like to.
Oh, they're current. They're like modern late. They're like.
Oh yeah, they all have.
Okay. Are you trying to say clowning is coming back? Is that where this is going?
They produce live theater productions. Oh, good. So they're clowns who do live theater productions. That's good.
Yeah, I was worried they were, fucking like pre-recorded.
Well, it also says they do web videos, cookbooks, which, I mean, I think maybe cook is supposed to be joke.
I wouldn't. What's a clown cookbook? How to put fucking cream in a pie? How to make a good seltzer water?
How to get the water in the flour?
Yeah, what the hell? Also, it'll probably be confusing because I'll read it and it'll be like, never mind. Never mind.
They got a Gourmand Cookbook Award for most innovative cookbook.
I like this photo of them out of clown. It's like, we're clowns. And then there's one photo where it's like, we're real people. Here's what we look like.
Listen, we're serious. We have a cookbook,
If you ever need to book us for a Q&A about being clowns.
We can also do that.
We can do that one. Morrow and Jasp. I'm so glad I remembered that S was in there.
Oh, you know what their cookbook is called?
Do you think they've ever met Jimmy Buffett?
Every Amy Lee has worked with Jimmy Buffett. Have in essence got their start doing a open mic at a Margaritaville.
Hit me with a pie. Hit me with a pie. Hit me with a pie. I'm a clown and I know Jimmy Buffett.
You can't come inside. Creep on my...
Hey, wait. The Coral Reefer Band. The band's name alludes to both coral reefs and
a little...
What the fuck? Apparently reefer is slang for marijuana.
Oh, I was just coughing just to clear my throat.
What does that? Where does reefer come from?
What's the etymology of reefer?
Sounds like a reefer. I feel like that's definitely a thing we're going to find out is racist. They're going to be like, oh, well, reefus is what we call Mexican people.
Okay, so inspired by the award-winning show Morrow and Jasp. I would love to know what award that is.
We won the award of my dad's favorite clown-based
Canadian Cable Ace
show.
Award or something.
Now, Morrow and Jasp are cool.
This comedic, multifaceted, interactive book involves comics, stories, poetry, illustrations, photographs, and here's my favorite part.
Words?
Pie charts.
Pie charts.
I bet there's some fucking pie charts.
Oh, this is awesome.
I bet there's some fucking pie charts in the clown cookbook.
This is a fun moment we're about to have, Eric. Morrow and Jasp, they have a Wikipedia page.
Yes.
And there's 2 of them.
Yes.
Who has more followers on Instagram? Me or Morrow and Jasp's official page?
You.
Yes. I have literally, I think, 14 more followers than that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say double. But
no,
I'll take any amount more.
I'm following significantly less people than them. I have both more raw
Their references
numbers.
on their Wikipedia page are like 3 times the length of their actual article.
Well, the references are all just like an interview with Morrow and Jasp.
Oh, they did Edinburgh.
Who hasn't? Oh, I guess a lot of people.
Neither of us. Neither of us. And no one we know. So, quite a few people.
Oh, whoa. As of 2021, the Coral Reefer Band consists of Jimmy Buffett.
And etc.
Yeah, there's other people, too. Oh, wow, he's been in the band the whole time.
Wow, Richard Smallwood won an NAACP award. Oh, did I tell you that it was like...
Schizophrenia must love this podcast.
It was...
No, man, look at the honorary members of the Coral Reefer Band. Number one.
People get honorary membership.
Yeah, but look, here's my favorite part. Is one of the people at the bottom, Jake Shimbat Kuro. He has an honorary member as ukulele, but then there's years listed.
They took away his honorary.
So he was only an honorary member from 2005 to 2009. No, but the number one honorary member for the Coral Reefer Band, Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
But you can't do that. We can't just be like...
Well, they've recorded with Jimmy Buffett.
No, we don't know that.
It says many artists. Okay, so many. I guess you're right.
Or have appeared on stage with. Which that could just be Harrison Ford got drunk and walked out.
Harrison Ford with a whip. Because his credit is whip cracks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Wow. This is awesome. Oh yeah, look, because it says Ric Flair drums and background woos. Fucking goddamn! I want to get a job running Jimmy Buffett's
What
Wikipedia.
the fuck did Jake Shimbaruku do? Did he die? How did he lose his...
He's no longer an honorary member.
What the fuck?
We find out that this random Japanese ukulele player like murdered Jimmy Buffett's daughter.
Control Fing on his page for Buffett.
No, he married an OBGYN.
He toured with Buffett in 2005, 2006, and 2007. Is featured on several Buffett albums and videos. He accompanied fellow Hawaiian-born Bette Midler at the Royal Variety Performance. What? What?
I love this. I love that this Jake Shimbakuro, he's received collaboration requests from Jimmy Buffett, Bela Fleck, Ziggy Marley, Cyndi Lauper, and Yo-Yo Ma, which it's like, yeah, that's probably everyone you can work with as a ukulele guy. Like, I guess, yeah.
I guess, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Other than Zoe Deschanel, you're really fucking...
Yeah, that's the only one on your bucket list now.
You work on a Belle and Sebastian album when you're fucking set.
I was literally...
Who has the greatest ukuleles of all time?
I guess you could go feature on Tune Yard's new album.
He's doing the music for the new Arrested Development series. Man, imagine being in a store and being like, oh, check it out. It's Grand Ukulele by Jake Shimbakuro. I'm buying this. I'm buying this. This guy...
He became famous because a virtuistic rendition of While My Guitar Gently Weeps was posted on YouTube without his knowledge and became one of the first viral videos on that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I kind of remember that.
So he's famous without his consent.
Oh, wow.
Me Too movement. He needs to embrace
regular
that.
Kim Kardashian.
Exactly.
She hates fame.
She hates it. She can't stand it.
Do you think Morrow and Jazz ever worked with Jake
Shimbakuro in Edinburgh? He's there with Jimmy Buffett's one-man show backing him up on ukulele.
Everybody. Bette Midler's in the front row clapping.
Bette Midler's there. Also, part of that is like he got to shake Queen Elizabeth's hand. It's like, okay, everybody can do that.
Yeah, but
anybody can fucking do that.
He got to shake it lightly yet purposefully.
Yeah,
because that's his ukulele ability. She was like, wow, that was soft, but also like very meditative.
Very meditative.
Very chosen.
All right, we're at 1 hour and 7. Do you want to just end it on ukulele shit?
No, we should talk one more thing.
Okay.
I should tell you about the other celebrity I met.
Oh, okay.
Eric, have you ever heard of Reddit?
I've heard tell.
A guy came up to me in Oklahoma City and said, Dan, I'm user blah whatever, he like said a bunch of nonsense. And I was like, okay. And then he went, I saw your Reddit post. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool, thanks for coming out. And then he goes, no, I created our stand-up.
Whoa.
Not only that, Eric, he created both of these stand-up comedy subreddits.
Did you kill him?
You know, I do have this regret now that you point that out. I could have made the world a better place.
Because without anyone to moderate, they'd go to pot.
It'd just
they'd be done.
No, he told me he started all kinds of Reddit. He said, he's like, I started Oklahoma City Bikes. And then I said, do you bike? And he went, no.
No. But I know a good opportunity when I see it.
Yeah. So I met that guy. I met him. I met the guy.
I also created r/Toby Keith
He probably did.
10 minutes ago when I saw him.
He probably fucking did, dude.
I created r/Toby Keith sightings.
Man, I should have told him that. That was the next night. I wonder how I would have reacted if I would have went, wow, you and Toby Keith in 24 hours?
And I run Othello's social media.
You ever want to stop in for a Lambrusco wine and fucking watch some fucking
Stop in for a nice Pinot and some bolognese.
You ever want to watch some young artists figure it out?
While you try and figure out how the fuck you're gonna eat this osso buco while you're laughing so hard.
Just put your name on the list. It's the American way. So he's pro open
I got a
mic
barbecue stain on the open mic sheet.
I'm gonna do a joke about how I like to ski. It's open mic night in Oklahoma.
Headed out to Othello's, gonna say hello to all my favorite douchebags and alt-right creeps.
That's great because there was like all these college kids there, and it's like I can't imagine being a college kid and being like, yeah, there's an open mic. Like already I wouldn't have been able to behave at an open mic as a college kid. I know this from experience because I couldn't be.
You couldn't even behave last night at the fucking open mic.
Oh, I was having fun. I was being loose.
Is that your new thing? Heckling people?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm trying to give the people the real experience. Because, hey, man, that's what's going to happen in the real world.
Open mics, it's about learning how to do comedy. And unfortunately, heckling is a part of that. And it's my job as the host and runner of this show.
My job as the guy who got too drunk by the third show.
And high. Oh, dude, first of all, you missed a few good moments. That one guy going up who was just way too high was great.
What did he do?
Out of nowhere, he just went, so he's doing things that just don't make it. He's just saying things that just like don't make sense. And he's like new, so I was like giving him leeway.
Yeah.
And I was also laughing really hard because he would just like say a premise and then like look around.
Oh, he also doesn't speak English as a primary language.
Yeah, he told me about that later.
Oh, okay.
And then
that is funny. You didn't even realize. You're like, this guy can't even speak well. He's
he could speak. He was he was not like getting his point.
Yeah.
Like he was not saying jokes. And then out of nowhere, he just goes, you know what? I don't think beaner should be a slur. Just leads off with that. And he's like, because you know what? There's a lot of different kinds of beans.
Yeah. Green beans.
White people can be kidney beans or pinto beans. And then that girl going up and being like, she brought an entire box of props and put them down and then went, I wrote this entire set for June, but she's gone.
That is incredible.
So she's got a box full of shit that she was going to use for her set, but she's like, it doesn't make any sense anymore.
That's awesome. No, that show was chaos yesterday. During my set on the second show, this thing happened where like I was doing fine, but then there's this like one table up front that was loving me.
Yeah.
And there's this like older black dude, and then his like friend. I don't know why, whatever.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like they were. It did not seem like they were a couple.
Yeah.
It seemed like they had some association.
Yeah.
But he was like going nuts for me. It was that thing where it was like every joke, like he was just laughing the entire time I was on stage.
Yeah.
And I was like referencing, like I was riffing with him, and then all of a sudden, the point was when he stops laughing. And then I like try to do a little. I'm like, what? And then I realize he's just sitting there with his eyes closed, completely still. And then I'm like, what the fuck? And then I hear the person he's with go, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. So my mind went to like, oh, he probably has like narcolepsy or some shit, which is weird. I don't know why my mind.
That's a strange first
And
thought to have
alert,
in a bar.
That's not what happened. I thought he was like narco. So then, like she like elbows him, and then he like wakes up, and then he's like, oh, and then he like gets up because he's embarrassed, so he leaves. But everyone else in the room thought I just did something to offend that guy that no one else understood. And afterwards, I'm like talking to him. He's like, "Oh, I just had knee surgery." I was like, "I'm not supposed to be like drinking and shit." So I was like, "That's
I'm not supposed to be drinking, but it's really fun to drink on pain pills."
Yeah, he's like, "It's very fun to drink on pain pills and watch you fucking wear a cow vest and to say how sexy you are." No, it was wild, but it was like this thing. So I was like, "Man, what the fuck?" So after that happens, you're like, "What do I even do now?"
I've peaked.
No, then it's weird because like in my mind, I'm like, "Man, that was weird. I hope I didn't insult that guy." And then slowly people are like, "What'd you do to piss off that guy?" And I'm like, "Wait, that's not what happened."
That's not what happened.
I was crushing with him.
I had to go up after fucking Holdhauser just screamed premises I'd wrote for him 3 days before without doing the punchlines I'd also given him.
Hey. You gotta love comedy. Nothing like a guy.
And then I ended up, because I don't do comedy that much anymore. There's always, and I've realized
do reality.
I've realized I do the real life comedy. Just be charming.
Yeah.
And I have realized that since I've restarted, there's always at least one moment in my set where I just scream uncontrollably at the audience.
Yeah. Because out of anger or love?
Anger, love, it depends. It's all over the place. The one time I just did it, the first time that I went back when I hadn't done comedy in like forever, the joke didn't work and I just went, fuck!
That's great. I was in Tulsa and I did this like really bad show where it like wasn't even a show. It was kind of like that thing we did where I show up and I'm like, "Hey, so I didn't see any promo about the show, but I assume you know what you're doing," and like whatever. And then you show up and the guy's like, I'm like, "Hey, so who's on the show?" And he's like, "I'm just gonna bring you up."
And so it's totes all over.
Yeah, and then you're like, "It's just me," and
Shout out
there's
to Totes.
no one here. And
Shout out to Totes, Lima, Ohio, or wherever that was.
but no, I was roasting that guy very hard, and then I was like, I was like, "This is mean." I was like, I should stop being mean to this guy.
Yeah,
for the sake of quote unquote comedy.
When I started my set and I was just making fun of Steven, I at some point I probably should have been like, "By the way, I'm like friends with Steven."
No, yeah. Yeah, Steven did this thing yesterday where when he left the show after my set, he loudly when he went, he was like, "You fucking suck," but he was like laughing. He was like doing it as a bit. But then the whole audience was just like, "Wow,
that was rude."
That old guy got up and left during his set, and some other guy fucking hates him.
that very old 30-year-old. Oh, you weren't talking about old house.
I was talking about the actual old man. It was that weird thing where it's like, no, I'm not hated. I'm actually beloved. The reason you hear this negativity towards me is actually because I'm too beloved.
It's funny to say that I suck.
I'm so beloved.
It's clearly a joke if you say I suck.
Yeah.
All right, this is just becoming a personal conversation.
What, do you have a final joke?
No, of course I fucking don't.
You don't?
No.
Let's read one final fact about Jake Shimbachuro. He plays a custom-made 4-string tenor ukulele. You can't just play a ukulele? All right, we're done.
Sure.